In this tutorial, we are going to um, study how to derive the IS curve equation. How to derive the IS curve equation. And we said that the IS curve equation is used to find the equilibrium level of output or the equilibrium level of national income or GDP. So we could see that we have our C is equal to A plus BYD. We know we have tax to be only autonomous tax, that's T naught. Our investment is equal to our C naught plus BI. We have our government expenditure to be G naught, and we have our disposable income to be Y minus T. From this preamble, we could see that the question is talking about a closed economy. In a closed economy is where we only have the household, we have the firm in the domestic territory of that state, and the government activities. Meaning that we don't consider our export and our import. Our export and our imports are not being considered. That is trade between two countries or more countries. We don't consider it. So for closed economy, Y is equal to C plus our investment, then plus government expenditure. Because we said we don't consider our net export. We know that C is equal to A plus BYD. But if explained YD here as being equal to Y minus T. So now let's see. Let us expand C. So C is equal to A plus BYD. But we know YD is equal to Y minus T. So meaning C is equal to Y plus B to bracket Y minus T. But T is equal to T naught. So it means that we have C is equal to A plus BY minus BT naught. Now we are going to substitute equation 1 into A and I and our government expenditure. So it implies we are going to get Y is equal to, now we know C is equal to A plus BY minus BT naught. Then plus I. I is equal to C naught minus B small I. So plus C naught minus small b I. Then our G is equal to G naught. We said the purpose of the IS curve is to find our equilibrium level of output, which is the same as GDP and is the same as our national income. So we are going to make Y the subject. Now, first of all, we are going to group like terms. Wherever we see Y, we send all to our left-hand side. Then the variables without Y are remain on our right-hand side. So we already have Y here. Then we have plus BY. So when it crosses, it becomes minus BY. And this is equal to A minus BT naught plus C naught minus BI naught, BI, then plus our G naught. Let us factorize Y out. When Y comes out, we have 1 minus B, which is equal to A minus BT naught plus C naught minus BI, then plus G naught. When we divide both sides, we want to make Y the subject. So we have to divide both sides by 1 minus b. So we divide here by 1 minus b. The whole of this also by 1 minus b. This one is going to cancel this. So y is equal to a minus bt naught plus c naught minus bi then plus g naught all over 1 plus b. And this is the same as y is equal to 1 over 1 minus b 1 over 1 minus b times a minus bt naught plus c naught minus bi plus g naught. Now as we earlier said, that we want to know the effect on national income when we have a change in our investment rate. And here the investment rate is I. So we want to make I the subject rather, not Y. Because we want to know the changes. We want to know the actual change in our interest rate. So now let's see. We are going to, in order to make everything simple here, we are going to represent some variables here with different variables. So we are going to say let alpha equal to the multiplier, because we know 1 over 1 minus b is the multiplier. Then we should let capital A naught be equal to, since we want to make I the subject, we are going to make A naught represent A minus BT naught plus C naught, then plus G naught. So A naught is equal to small a minus BT naught plus C naught, then plus G naught. So capital A naught is equal to the whole of this. So wherever we see the whole of this, we represent it by A naught. And wherever we see 1 over 1 minus b, which is the multiplier, we represent that one to by alpha. So let's see. So we said y is equal to 1 minus y, 1 over 1 minus b times A naught minus bi. A naught minus bi. That is to say, we've represented all of this with the exception of minus bi by A naught. So now let's see. This one is multiplication. This is multiplying this and at the same time multiplying this. So let us expand this expression. We are going to get y is equal to 1 over 1 minus b, then times A naught minus 1 over 1 minus b times b, because the negative is here. This negative is here, then times b naught. So we said we have to represent alpha by the multiplier, and the multiplier is 1 over 1 minus b. So this implies that y is equal to alpha A naught minus alpha times bi. We want to make I the subject from this equation. So we are, in order to avoid this negative, we are sending the whole of this to come to the left hand side, then we send y to the right hand side. So when we send negative to cross the equal sign, it becomes positive. So meaning we are going to get alpha bi, which is equal to, now we have this one here, alpha A naught. When positive y crosses, it becomes negative y. It becomes negative y. Our aim is to make I the subject, but not alpha bi. So we divide dividing both sides by alpha b. So when this happens, we are going to get, so alpha bi divided by alpha b, which is equal to alpha a naught minus y all over alpha b. So this one and this will cancel this. So we have I being equal to, this is the same as alpha a naught over alpha b minus y over alpha b. Now we have alpha here, it can also cancel this. Therefore, our I is equal to a naught over b minus our income over alpha b. So from here we realize that a naught is equal to a minus b t naught plus c naught plus g. So we can just substitute it into it. So therefore, I is equal to a minus b t naught plus c naught plus g naught all over b minus y over alpha b. You can even leave your final answer here. If you like to, you can substitute these variables into it. So therefore, this is our IS curve equation. The equation for the IS curve is this one. You can further continue to expand it to get this. So this is all about, so the purpose of the IS curve is to get our level of equilibrium level of output. But because of the effect on our national income as a result of a change in the interest rate, we have to make the interest rate the subject. Thank you very much. In our next tutorial, we are going to consider the LM curve. LM curve. Thank you. And please, when you find this useful, kindly subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial.